Hello, I'm Bez, and this is my weekly vlog. Now, for those who might be eagle-eyed and know me and might be wondering, why is this not red? I mean, it is a very nice top, I believe, but it is not red. Also, my leggings are not red because basically I have not decided what to wear while I'm away, and so I am wearing stuff that is not red. I actually, as it turns out, I think I've got one. I can probably do 2 outfits out of my entire wardrobe that aren't red, and so that's what I'm doing today. Because today I am getting ready for Spiel, and that's what it's all about. Okay, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. It's meant to be mini missions to maximize joy, and Spiel is coming. Sorry about that. So, what have I played in the past week? Out of published games that I played Troll, which is by a brand new designer who was in the local board game cafe. I talked to him like I wasn't the biggest fan of the game. It's not terrible by any means. It didn't. It felt like it needed a little bit more work done to it. But anyway, they were giving it to the shop on sale or return, which was an interesting proposition. I suggested something similar for the shop, gave a bunch of things, and hopefully they will sell. We'll see what happens. Other things, Windy Woody. So this is Windy Woody by my friend Magnus Hagenoyer and also Peter Ratschiller. It's a fantastic game, which is basically the old game of follow the line. Any children's game basically becomes interesting when you put a speed element on it. And the game is made up of these tiles that all finish at the same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. So you've got on one end some kites, and then you've got 3 tiles on the other end. You've got your kids, and there's different games you can play. You can either look at a certain color of kite and then go down and then see which of the clothes matches the color of the kite, or you could look at what's not on that color. So you look at this main color of the kite, so for example yellow, and then red. It's also got red and green, and it's also got brown and blue, so the missing color is purple. So you would go down the list and down the line and see what is the kid wearing that is purple. There's a third game which is about these ribbons, which is a completely different game, it feels like. And so you look at the 2 kites that have that color of ribbon. So for example, red and red, follow them down, and whichever 2 kids you find, there will be 1 item of clothing that is the same color on both of them. Here, it's not the shoes, not the trousers. It's the gloves. There we go, it's the gloves. If you see that, they've both got red gloves. And so there's 3 very similar games to play, and then the 4th game is that you mix them all together, use this die to determine which game you're about to play. This die determines the color, and it's lovely, it's frantic, it's fun, I enjoy it, but there's nothing, no catch-up mechanism is my first issue with it, and other people clearly weren't having, well, I was playing it with 2 people. I felt like one person was just struggling with it. The other had a little bit of fun, but I was just kind of winning. And when I was a second faster, I was going to be a second or 2 faster every single time. And without a catch-up mechanism, without anything to balance that, it falls into the same trap that most speed games do. I will also say that this is the box. I mean, the box is designed for something. Presumably this is their standard box insert, and this is all the components. It does kind of look a bit empty for what it is, but yeah, if I keep it, there will be other stuff being put inside. I'll probably get rid of the insert as well. Anyway, that's Windy Woody. I also played a whole bunch of things that I'm very biased about. Kitty Cataclysm, a game about quickly matching words to pictures, but never words to words or pictures to pictures, and a bunch of stuff that I'm working on. Finally, I played Go. Go is the best game. Unlike Windy Woody, it's all about balancing. The entire culture of Go isn't, I'm going to face off against you and let the best player win. The entire culture of Go is, hey, we're going to have this lovely time together and we're going to play things. Let's have a good time. And that's the main reason I love Go, because of that handicap system, because of the extra stones, because that means that I can fundamentally play with more people. Yes, it is a two-player game only, officially, but in reality, you might be teaching multiple people. And on Friday, I was playing Paul Mansfield, Squiddy, and Alina Poe, and I'd start them off with massive handicap, and then, oh, well done, and then keep on going, and then playing some games on the 7x7 board, because I don't think you need to start on the 9x9. I honestly think you can start on the 5x5 just to learn, and then we can have an interesting game on the 7x7, at which point it's ready. It's interesting for me. Okay. Events. Getting ready for Spiel. So I will be at Spiel, and at 2 p.m. I will be at Hall 2, A123, which is the Norwegian stand. I'll be running these 2 p.m. events. I'll be there around 1:30 p.m. until, or maybe 1 p.m. until 2:30, 3 p.m. And I'm really excited for that. Saturday, I'm going to be spending most of the day at the Surprise Terror Game stand, except for 1 o'clock until maybe 4. But like, I'm really looking forward to it. If you want to see me, then you know where to find me at 2 p.m. ish. You like come over at like 1 or 1:30 or 2. That's the best time to find me. Or come anytime on Saturday to Surprise Terror Games, and I would love to sign any boxes. And I got a question from Graham Charlton. Will you sign any boxes? Yes, I will, Graham. If you bring your, ridiculously big box, I will sign that for you. And hello, Alan. That is Alan Paul, the publisher of Last Bug Standing in the Circle of Doom. And that's what's going on with events. Let's talk about personally. Personally, my passport arrived. Hooray! That's the best thing ever. And the other thing is threading. It's meant to be like a nice thing. Like, it's not as painful as, it's not anywhere near as painful as facial waxing was, and the epilation is kind of working. I'm trying to do more exercise. I'm trying to get into routines. I've got a little tick box, and actually part of my one of my presents that I was given, which is a kind of book that I'll take with me, where it's a gratitude journal. And I've said before, I feel like I'm quite good at that, but having the 2 minutes to set aside to say, hey, this is what I like, and answer these couple of questions, and hey, these are my weekly routines, here are 4 things that I'm trying to do, it keeps me on top of stuff, to think, hey, have I actually done some sit-ups here? Hello, Yoda, I hope you're generally well, and Alan is just having a rest in Warboys before coming over, I guess. And yes, have you peeps been up to any design work? Now I'm going to talk about design. You've got some games, and here are mine. Design work. So, hello, Slivers. It is super lovely to see you. Thank you very much, everyone, for popping in, even though like it's a totally unannounced stream. So let me talk about what I've been doing, some of the things that I've been working on, and I see that 2 of them are not quite fitting. Firstly, I call it my new auction game, but it's no longer my newest auction game. It felt done, and I felt like this is totally perfect. It's working 2-player, which I know is quite unusual. It definitely works 3, 4, probably 5. And yeah, I thought I had it in a really good state. And then Perran suggested, hey, why do you have these numbers here? And I realized, like, maybe I hadn't thought enough about it, because previously, the first 2 auctions, I always felt like I knew they were worth 5, because you were getting 2 cubes and you were getting 1 money back, at which point, why the heck am I doing that? Let's make the first auction only 1 money. Now how much is it worth? Now there's no simple answer. And in the second auction, maybe it gives you 5 money, and then it starts alternating between 1 money and 5 money. So it's got 3 cubes and then 1 money, 3 cubes and 5 money, 4 cubes and 1 money, 4 cubes and 5 money. And this is cashback, so you can't spend that money retroactively, but you can spend it on future auctions. And that means that every single auction was different, and there was a fascinating mind game. I'm really excited by it. I think it's totally done. Alan said, I'll bring 2 of your deck construction decks to fiddle around with on the ferry. Excellent. I actually have 2 decks myself, called Bez 1 and Bez 2 on the things. I will bring that as well. Alan says, I'm redesigning my 1-card World War I game. Sounds exciting. Oh yes, thanks to Perran for helping. My price manipulation game, I tested it on Friday. It just wasn't so good. Out of 4 people, they all were kind of like that about it. It wasn't sparking massive joy. It was working, but it felt a little bit clunky. Then, like, I was like, okay, last-ditch effort. Maybe this. It's a kind of auction bluffing price manipulation game. It's a really weird one, and I'm not sure if it's a good game at all. Maybe I can play it with Alan and Charlie, by which I mean just watch Alan and Charlie and get them to tell me whether it makes any sense or not. And because, yeah, it's quite small, and what is it? 14, 15 cards and a tiny bag of cubes. So it's a quick game, and you're playing cards and at the same time thinking, oh, was that a bid of 2, or was that a bid of 3, or was that because they put down a pile of 2 and a pile of 3? So it might be a bid of 2, it might be a bid of 3, or it might be neither. Both of them might be action cards, which is kind of the twist. And so that is the cool thing. And yeah, that's why it kind of works with these mind games, 2-player. This is Disco with Andy Beardsley. I was just talking to them on the phone, which is why this is later than advertised. And I tested it for an hour and a half. It's like this 10-minute game. I mean, the longest that we played one game was 90 minutes, but then we tried multiple different versions. And at one point, I said to Dork, are you growing tired? Would you like to stop playing? And Dork said, oh, no. So that's a really good sign. So I'm excited by it, but there's still a lot of development to do. But I am going to bring that along to pitch to Blue Orange, and we'll see how that works. It's the thing that I need to give some caveats and say, yeah, the solid base is working. It is becoming disco, but it's not fully disco. We've still got to sort out some of the disco dares and stuff. My deck construction game, I tested again. I definitely need to make a totally new edition. Maybe I'll get something done for early November. We'll see. And then there's 2 more things to talk about. And I'm excited, and thank you very much in advance for agreeing to do that. I'm kind of getting you to talk in. So firstly, no, that doesn't work. Sorry, no, that should. Questabell with Kirsten Lunde. So levels 29 and 30. I had previously designed level 29. I'd played it on a sunny day. I was so smart. I felt like this is the best level. And then I played it like a few times, and then I recorded the best score that I got. I set that as a target, and yeah, I thought it was done, but that was a terrible idea. Like, you know, Ellie Dix, who's really good at word games, played it so many times and just could not do it. And then few days ago, we kind of totally overhauled it all to make it work. And thank you so much to Joe Kell, who's done a lot of playtesting. Although that didn't directly affect level 2930, there are going to be some broader changes in the manual and stuff. And finally, the thing that I want to talk about for a wee bit is a game about mini missions to maximize joy. And thank you, Annie, for the help with the title. So this is a game that's been on my mind for years and years. And I'm actually curious about what you like, how you feel about games that are designed or tools for well-being, because this is what this is. And there is a end state of, okay, when you've finished all the cards, when you've ticked all the things, that is completely done. And at a certain point, you have used all of the deck. And you can say, okay, how quickly can you beat the game if you really want to? But I worry that that might actually be a not a great way of playing the game. And so in reality, it's kind of each day. So it used to be an app, and then I've totally redesigned it now as a card game. And today it kind of finally came together how it can become a card game. So reframing it, you've got a bunch of cards. And clearly I don't have enough to do with getting ready for Spiel. So this is what I've spent my time doing today. So you've got a bunch of cards, and every day you take the top 3. And then you look at them and you do 1, 2, or 3 of these mini missions. So this mission is write 3 songs that make you smile in the red boxes. So I would write it there, there, and there. This mission is write 1 or 2, 3 things you're grateful for. So I would write them on these lines. This mission is to draw over 1, 2, 3 lines of smiley faces. Once you've finished one side of the card, you carry on, and then mission 2 is fill out or complete these lines. And the grateful things just carry on. The 3 songs, and it's like, listen to this thing between 1 and 3 times and then tick the boxes. And the idea is that if this is a song that makes you smile, hopefully you continue to smile. And then there's also these kinds of things which will be, hey, mission 1, compliment someone, then tick 1, 2, 3 boxes reflecting how much you'd like to do this more, and then you tick some boxes, then you finish. And mission 2, compliment 2 people, tick 1 or 3 boxes. Mission 3, compliment a stranger and a friend. Mission 4, compliment 3 people. And then if you were to get the sorts of expansion, at which point you're kind of playing as the computer, making it more likely for things that you like to be in the deck. So there would be corresponding cards, maybe a slight evolution of them, maybe more of it, and it would say, okay, at this point, if you've done to fully finished this, then put in the card that corresponds with that card. And now instead of going through the deck, picking 3 and choosing 1 and putting them to the back, you're shuffling everything together, picking 5 and choosing between 1 and 3 missions to do. And I'm really excited by that. And honestly, this is a game that I feel would be good for me for mindfulness and just having some sense of achievement, sometimes getting out of my routine, sometimes being like, oh yeah, I've brushed my teeth, okay, that's a gimme, I'm just like doing that. And sometimes, oh yeah, this reminds me to floss, okay, that's good, that's helpful. And sometimes on a bad day it might be, oh, it's getting me to do something, at least like shower or get outside the house. And sometimes it's wee things that make you smile, like listening to music that makes you smile, or filling in happy faces, or writing things you're grateful for, or answering questions in that way. And hopefully it will be something nice. Bye, Alan, and have a wonderful evening. Lots of love to you. Yeah, so let me talk about my publishing stuff. So firstly, I am going to be sending out big email and a Board Game Geek update. If not tonight, then maybe tomorrow night. I will be running 2 p.m. events each day at the, as I mentioned, this is basically what I'm going to tell everyone. Actually, let me double check. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Thursday will be a game about wee whimsical creatures and trying to identify them after some mixed noises. Friday will be alphabetical, Grabble, and categorical. Saturday will be a game about quickly grabbing creatures that are totally different and counting your turnips, beetroots, radishes. And Sunday will be Wibble, Grabble, and categorical. And then, as I mentioned, that's 2 p.m. 2A123 and 2B122, and Saturday is 3A114. So you'll definitely find me there. Now, I'd like to finish up with some final thoughts as usual. And my final thoughts today are, why do I make games? Like, do you make games? Why do you make games? I'm genuinely curious to know. Or if you would consider making games, what draws you to the idea? I mean, obviously, yeah, the biggest validation for me is in having someone say, hey, I enjoyed this. And that could be a good comment on Board Game Geek or a nice rating. Sometimes people are kind enough to tag me in Twitter or Facebook, or even send a message saying, hey, we really enjoyed that. And we had fun with it. And that is the biggest validation, that reason. But there are different reasons. And this particular thing is interesting. A game about mini missions to maximize joy. And that particular game, honestly, it comes about because I want it. And I believe this is something that would help me in life. Maybe it will help you, maybe it will help others, but yeah, that's going to be something that I definitely make between now and UK Games Expo 2024. Anyway, that's the end of my bit. And for now, I guess I am Bez, and you can check me out in all the places, Stuff by Bez and all that. Thank you very much, everyone. Share, spread the word. And yeah, today, to recap and wrap up, Troll, I learned to maybe explore some more, push more relationships with shops. Windy Woody, I realized the importance of catch-up mechanisms. Go exemplified that joy of having something to equalize the game, and I'm still biased and enjoy my own games. Getting ready for Spiel is achievable. Passports arrived, I'm feeling like I'm good, I'm trying to do more exercise. I'll probably do some sit-ups right after this. My auction game's going well. A price manipulation game might work 2 players. This is Disco is going to be pitched. Deck construction game, not much work, but kind of pondering new cards. Questabell, some serious changes, 2930, and a game about mini missions to maximize joy is my big thing. Definitely check me out at Spiel, 2 p.m. events, Saturday at Surprise Terre, and lots of love. And for now, the only thing left for me to say is, as always, oh, and just in case anyone missed the start, the reason I'm not wearing red is because I have no idea still what I'm actually wearing for the next week, and I just wanted to put basically leave all my clothes, yeah, clean. So this is basically my one outfit. I can probably assemble 2 non-red outfits anyway. Lots of love. Oh, you're demoing until 2:30. Where is that? Is that going to be at Portal Games? If you're at Portal Games, maybe you can pop by Surprise Terror Games on Saturday. It would be nice to see you. But anyway, lots of love, because on Saturday I will be going back after my 2 p.m. events thing to Surprise Terror. But yeah, let me know. And Flats River Games, 4J110. I will try to pop over. And if nothing else, do an elbow dance. I look forward to seeing you. Lots of love, Yoda. lots of love to you and to everyone watching. And as I was saying, yeah, this is just a quick weekly vlog, and I really, really appreciate you all being my audience, my supporters, yeah, all that. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Blue to do. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, bye, everyone. Bye-bye.